Hello, everyone. As people slowly start coming on in. Hey everyone, welcome into the stream. Hope you guys are all having a great day so far. We're finally back and doing a live stream. It's been a little bit of time. I actually finally uploaded my very first video back. I wanted to do this video, but I just haven't had time to work. So you're working a double shift, gotta run. Oh shit, working 2 jobs. Well, fucking hope you have a good rest of your shift, bud, and have a good rest of your day. Hope to catch you on free agency day. I will be live on free agency day, so hope to see you guys all then as well. And I might be doing a stream tomorrow too. I'm not 100% sure when it'll be, if it's going to be in the morning or nighttime. I'm thinking I'm going to be playing some Elden Ring. I want to play some motherfucking Elden Ring, man. So hope you're excited for that, because I'm very much pumped to play some Elden Ring. I should actually pop this up on my phone. Pop open the stream. I wonder if I could do it through the YouTube Studio app on my phone. No, I can't, eh? That sucks. That sucks ass. It's gonna blast me with audio? No, okay, good. There we go. So, like I said, we're going to be doing a little bit of Hockey Legacy Manager, a little bit of a franchise mode today. We're going to chill and watch, of course, the entry draft as well once that starts up. So, we're going to be doing a little bit of that, just chilling, having a good old time. Chit-chat about hockey and stuff. So, I'm just going to get everything kind of ready to go for the game, because I got to set up the settings, and then we'll be all good to go. I also got to set up my phone here as well for the chat. Boop. Boopity boopity boop. Alrighty. So let me finish setting this up. So I'm actually quite excited. We just started up the Ottawa Senators franchise mode, which I'm very, very excited for that to kind of get started up and then start doing a lot of different things. So I'm not expecting a whole lot of people to be around here, especially since a lot of my content is kind of changing around. I'm doing a lot of different stuff, and of course, when you're gone for so long, you don't get as much viewers. Been gone for like a year. It's kind of oh fuck it, damn it! I was meant to do the history mode, not the current. What the hell? They got Jack. What the hell is this team? Oh, yeah, right. Weird. History mode, 2010. Buffalo Sabres start career. Tournaments, yes. Might as well actually throw it on this screen. I think, there we go. Audio's on. I actually did. I forgot to add my webcam on here. Window, no, not window, display capture, no, window capture, I don't know. I should have added this on before the damn stream, but I'm kind of Did not even remember to do that. Actually, I could just copy it from this. Hang on. Hang on. A little bit of a malfunction. And then we can just toss it over to here. There we go. That took up the whole screen. Put me down in the corner. That should be good enough. Tell me, guys, if it's too small. Because I'm not 100% sure. Anyways. Just getting the sends going. Oh my god, excuse me. Holy shit. My bad. Absolutely destroy the mic with my burp there. So just getting everything ready for free, or not for free agency, for this Buffalo Sabres franchise mode that we're going to be doing here on Hockey Legacy Manager. We're going to be talking about the entry draft and trades that go on throughout the day as well. Just because, you know, we're not going to, like, the entry draft's going on as well. But I didn't want to sit here and watch the entry draft without doing something else, because the entry draft to me is really fucking boring, to be honest with you. Unless, like, you got, like, unless your team is in it, and it does make it a little bit more exciting. But at the end of the day, like, the drafts are not very entertaining in the NHL. I think most things, NHL-wise, are pretty mediocre. Like, I seen the fucking, the award show, and they're trying to, like, make a joke with Nikita Kucherov. Like, the worst person you could possibly make a joke with. They just try to make it entertaining, but they're doing it with players that just aren't very entertaining. They do it more on the ice, and it's weird. It's a weird sport compared to, like, NFL and, you know, fucking NBA, where they got those entertaining type of players where the NHL doesn't. Alrighty. So we are starting up here with the Buffalo Sabres here in 2010-11. I think I already put that as the title of the video. Yeah, I did. So we're good on that. Good on that. Actually, did I pause this? Okay. Oh, I did not. I should just pause that so that's not going on. Okay. So let's take a look here at our Buffalo Sabres. What the fuck is going on with the roster? What the hell? What the hell? I thought I chose the right roster. Maybe I didn't. Weird. I actually need to delete a good amount of these. Delete. Yeah, delete. That was weird. I thought I picked the right roster, right? Active roster, history mode roster. Huh. Weird. Weird, 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 weird. Maybe I deleted it or something, but we'll get the historical roster. Okay. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so now I'll have to do everything. Oh my god. Oh my god, man. Why do I have to set everything up again? Trades, move that up to a little bit near hard. Staff doesn't matter. Development, I'll lower that, take that off. The reason why I do this, I don't know if you guys don't do this, but I used to have balanced prospect generation going. I kind of hated it because, like, if you do a rebuild and you have a whole crap ton of prospects, like, majority of your prospects don't do anything. And then, so I just turned that off, and I'm like, you know what, it's just way better. Way better. And then I actually leave the injuries there. I used to turn them down a ton, but I don't do that anymore. Yo, welcome in, lad. Oh, yeah, things are going great. Just wanted to pop by, say great with the stream. Awesome, thanks, man. Thank you for popping in, lad. Good seeing you, bud. So, let's get this shit going. I hope it's a great one as well. Should be. We're going to have a fun time playing with the Buffalo Sabres here, so we'll have a great time with that. So, do I have... Okay, there we go. There's the roster. Okay, so your Buffalo Sabres for the 2010-11 season. We did do this on a former stream when we were playing with the Buffalo Sabres, or when we were watching the hockey game. But I wanted to restart and really just, like, really analyze what we're going to do here with the Buffalo Sabres and kind of just go over things. I wanted to start at an actual stream. So, let's take a look at what we have. So, forward core. Now, the Buffalo Sabres here in 2010-11, before we even really got a hold of the Buffalo Sabres. Right, so you take a look at, we'll take a look at the past Buffalo Sabres, right, history-wise. I have to search up history, don't I? History. There we go. If I could even spell the word. So, with the Buffalo Sabres, you know, decade, you know, fucking through the 90s to some of the 2010s even, the Buffalo Sabres were probably one of the most dominant teams. Without a doubt. Buffalo Sabres were a great franchise, dominant, a piece of team that was a hard team to beat. They had Dominic Hasek. Then they got rid of Ryan Miller, and they just, you know, they kept taking her. But now we're in this stretch of time with the Buffalo Sabres where for what almost, past 10 years now, the Buffalo Sabres has even touched the playoffs or have even been near it. I think the last time they were actually kind of close to being near it was 2022-23. Ever since then, they have been a bottom feeder team. Oh my God. They've been a team that has not done very well since losing a lot of their big players in a player like Ryan Miller, Dominic Hasek, right? They used to have some great legends in this team. So now with the Buffalo Sabres, you look at the team, and it's still a very compatible team. We have a top line of Vanek, Derek Roy, and Pominville, and now in real life, this was the last year that the team has made it in. But last year, we made it in the playoffs, right? That is the biggest thing. We made it in the playoffs last year. We lost in the quarterfinals, so we lost, in the first round, basically. I think that would have been, if I could speak English. I do believe, would have lost in the first round. Still had 100 points and finished in first. I can't believe they lost, but lost to the Boston Bruins. Team that was very much carried by a great defensive core, not a great decent offensive team, but not the greatest in the world if you had a few players that went down to an injury. So you look at the team, like prospect-wise, you got Drew Stafford. I mean, he's not like super prospecty anymore. He's 24 years of age. Has had a few years under his belt. Good 20-goal scorer here. And then you got Tyler Ennis and Nathan Gerbe as well. In the depth system, I don't believe we even have anybody in the depth system for like player development or anything. I think whatever we have up in the NHL is what we have. So prospects, you really got Paul Byron, Zach Cassian, and Petra Kalita. So not a lot of big prospects here for the future, here for the Buffalo Sabres. And I think that's going to be a big thing that, you know, we try to continue on. Happy for the content. Like, you're passionate about hockey. How many jerseys do you own? I own a pretty good amount. I think it's up to... Fuck, what is it now? I think I got... Oh, man. I think I got 10 or 11. Not much for jerseys. I think like wearable jerseys, because I have a lot of ones that I had when I was a kid. I probably only have about 8. Don't have a crazy amount of jerseys. I did collect more hockey cards more than anything. Defensively, so Sakara and Tyler Myers, definitely going to be our top 2 guys. Tyler Myers played his first season in the NHL recently, so I think Tyler Myers is definitely going to be a guy that we're going to want to keep for the future. Not really going to want to focus on trading them away unless we're going into a complete total rebuild. But I think with, you know, you look at now the contracts, our window is kind of a 4-year window here to win a Stanley Cup with the Buffalo Sabres, or even be near successful. Do I think this team could be successful? No, not really. There's not a lot of like, okay, we have a top, you know, we don't have a top star forward. We don't have a top star defenseman, but we do got Ryan Miller. Ryan Miller is an absolute bloody beast and can carry you a long way. So he's going to be the big guy that's going to carry us to many places. He's going to be that big player for us to kind of carry us to that next step. So hopefully we can, but I'm not sure that we're going to do very good. So we'll have to see what we can do. We got a lot of good young guys that I think could carry us a long way. And I think maybe if we make a trade to pick up somebody that would help us for the now even, you got Denny Briere, who, man, that might not be a bad pickup, right? I mean, goaltending, you got a lot of good goaltending. Now, do we want to make a move right off the hop with the Buffalo Sabres? You know what I mean? Or see what we can do with the team. I mean, a lot of the guys that have negative value here, guys, the reason why players have negative value is because they have bad contracts and they're low overall. So you can pick them up for, like, you know, Matthias, then I guess, we don't get anything, but Scotty Gomez, no. Does anyone want to trade away? Yeah, so Mike Komisarek. So, like, Mike Komisarek's $4.3 million contract for the next 4 years. Atrocious type of contract, right? We could be like, okay, we'll take him off for hands and we get a 2012 first. It does have conditions on it, which is nice. But you need to do a collection video sometime. Yeah, I would. Or where's it's where some on the stream. That's a good idea. It's a really good idea. Actually, formerly, I think like, oh man, when I used to do YouTube full time, I did have a few collection videos that I used to talk about a lot of my collection. But I don't even actually have my collection. It's all the way back home in BC. I'm in Alberta. So it's actually with my parents' house, because like my collection is to the point where I can't even travel with it half the time. It's too much. Too much. Can we even maybe pick up Denny Bier? I mean, fucking Bier would be a gorgeous player to have. Would be absolutely gorgeous to have like a killer goal scorer like him to be added on the team. But I think we'll just keep the way that things are here with the Buffalo Sabres. We're not going to make any changes. The World Cup's going on, so we'll see who wins that. And the US of A wins the World Cup. So Ryan Miller was part of that team. But Timmy T, he was the starting goalie for the Boston Bruins. Yo, Lucas, how's it going, bro? But holy crap, Sammy Salo led the league, or led the World Cup in points. That is crazy. What was Canada doing? 5-2? That's crazy. This is a big thing I like about this game is the tournaments and stuff like that, how they actually have tournaments. So I don't really need a goaltender for a waiver claim. Chris Geary, I think he has a bad contract, doesn't he? Not that bad. He used to be a former Buffalo Sabre as well, actually, Chris Geary. But we're just keep this team the way that it is. I'm not going to change up anything. So, coming into this year, I like the first line of Vanek, Roy, Palm, and P. I do like that. Actually, who's our coach? Is it Lindy Ruff? No, it's Chris Herberger. Herberger, I guess? Herberger? Good balanced coach. With the clutch specialty. Okay, cool. Cool. Our assistant coach isn't amazing. We could always change that up next year, but I think for right now we'll keep it the way that it is. Yes, so lineups. I like the top line. Second line, Hecht, Connolly, Stafford. I like that line. I think, honestly, I really don't want to change up anything offensively. I think we'll keep the way that things are. I think the reason why they were probably giving Hecht the face-off is because he is a beast on the job. But same with Tim Connolly. He's pretty good, too. We have a pretty good face-off team. Excuse me, Jesus Christ. Sorry, boys. I'm drinking pop and I'm burping like a motherfucker. Sakara Miners, Leopold, Montador, Weber, Furvit. Yeah, we'll keep that the way that is as well. We won't change anything up there. It automatically did roster moves, which I do not like, so we're going to change that all off. I like the players that they sent down anyways, but I don't want them automating my stuff. So, another reason why I like this game is because it's super fast. So, Thomas Vanek. What the fuck? You want us to trade away how many firsts to get Vanek off our team? Is he that negative a value on the team? And the New York Islanders want him. Of course they do. That's what they wanted in real life too. But I don't want to do that, man. That is not a good deal for us. He does have negative value. I mean, that 7.1 deal for an 86 overall player is not very ideal, to say the least. Not like Thomas Vanek was an amazing player either. He did have some good years, and that's when the Oilers, I think, offer sheeted him was around then, when that contract first started up, and now he's been all right. So let's continue here with the Buffalo Sabres. Sakara, best lines, Rob Niedermeyer, get him in there, or he's injured for the next 8 games. So Mancora, Sakara's back in the lineup as we are 2-3-1 to start off the season here. A few more losses, get Rob Niedermeyer back in the lineup, and then we'll simulate this last game. So we're 4-4-1 in the first 9 games of the season with Drew Stafford leading us in points. So not too bad. Tim Connolly, Thomas Vanek, Palman P, Hecht, Derek Roy. That top line not doing very good. Yeah, we're not even doing that good defensively right now either. Where's the Buffalo Sabres? Our goal differential's not looking very good. Our power play is abysmal. What the hell is going on there? That is atrocious. Let's get Sekera up to that top power play, and we need to get a goal scorer down here. I think we got Tyler Ennis that we can get in here, so... Or is Tyler Ennis already playing on the second power play? Oh, we had Tyler Ennis there, so... Who's a goal scorer? Nathan Gerby. Yeah, get Gerby in there. Do Gerby, Heck, Connolly, Ennis... PK is fine. 5-on-5 wise. Let's throw Timmy up to the top line. We'll have a more defensive second line with Heck, Derek Roy, and Stafford. We'll see if Timmy Connolly can get Vanek going a little bit more. Same with Palm and P. See if we can get those guys kind of going a little bit more defensively on the other hand. Sekera with Myers. Still a pretty good defensive rating. I look at the CF stat, so that's what I've been looking at. So Weber... Our second pair, Montador and Leopold, hasn't been very, very good. So I think maybe we switch that up a little bit and we'll go with something like that. See if that will change things up a little bit. See if that will help the Buffalo Sabres out here in the next few games. See if that line changed. And we do get a dub right off the get-go. Colorado, we do beat them as well as Edmonton's trying to get a hold of Thomas Vanek. And then we take a few more losses as well as we lose the two... or fuck, yeah, we must, what, 4-5-1 now with a 5-game losing streak. It's not looking very good here for the Buffalo Sabres, to say the least. Not looking very good. I think you're having a career year from Drew Stafford. He's a point per game. Right off the hop this season. That's amazing. Tim Connolly up on that top line. Like, he's doing all right. Playing pretty good defensively, but they're not going offensively is the biggest issue right now. Could throw Stafford up there, maybe Palm and P with Derek Roy and Hacked, but that leaves us with no goal scorer on that line. That's kind of the issue. Stafford has been playing good with those guys. I don't know. Do you throw Ennis up there, like Gerby up there? Maybe Vanek needs to be decked down a little bit, but not even like Vanek's been horrible the last few games. We just haven't been able to get going. So let's see. Well, we'll keep her going. Keep the team the way that it is. See if we can get any dubs. All right, we're starting to get things going a little bit. 6-3-1, a few wins there. We do put ourselves in a half decent spot, in a playoff spot, 7th. Okay, all right, that's not looking bad. Hey, we're in a playoff spot. First 23 games of the season. You know, we're a quarter of the way through. Not looking bad. Palm and P looking good. Derek Roy, Stafford. Still doing amazing on that second line with Derek Roy. Not amazing defensively, but that top line is starting to get going defensively, which is good. We do need to see more production from Thomas Vanek is the only issue, though, that I do want to see from him is I want to see more goal production. Nathan Gerby, I don't know if it's been power play goals, because I don't think they have power play stats in this game, unfortunately, which they should add that into the game. I hope they do add that for the HLM 25 is power play stats, because that would be another cool stat to see. So defensively, we are playing a little bit better. I think that definitely helped us out a little bit. Ryan Miller, he's not doing as amazing as what he's formerly done in the former years, but still, Ryan Miller doing Ryan Miller things. As we do lose against the Montreal Canadiens, and then an OT loss against Philly, and then a dub against the Minnesota Wild. Leopold's been dropped down to injury, so Weber up to that top pairing. We're still getting some dubs here, man. We're going right now. Let's keep her going. We're still winning games. We're 16-1. The last 3, we 2-1. Gonna do another 3 games. Win against the Ottawa Senators. Carolina upcoming, but Paul Gustad out of an injury. So we get the heck there, and then we'll just do best lines. So Stafford. Why is Derek Roy? How's Derek Roy doing now? No. Not good. Not very good. Gerby's been a beast this year, though. 13 goals on the season. Little tiny Nathan Gerby popping off this season with 13 goals so far on the season. He's doing pretty good, especially alongside Tyler Ennis. That's actually a pretty good third line, to be honest with you, with Paul Gustad at 16 points. Pretty good production. Like, Stafford's been our MVP so far this season here for the Buffalo Sabres. Like, he's been incredible. So let's keep her going. Win against the Carolina Hurricanes. Leopold's back in the lineup. We'll lock people into the lineup. This is also another thing where you can like kind of lock people in and you're not constantly making line changes, which makes it a lot easier. A lot easier to kind of micromanage stuff. Lots of good stuff with this game, to be honest with you. Palmerville out with an injury. Sure, we'll just throw, we'll do actually Ennis up on the top line. He deserves a little bit of an upgrade. We could try Ennis up on the top line. He's been really, really good for us. So why not give him a trial run up on that top line there? Especially since we're facing some injuries here. So Palm and V. I guess we do have some prospects, I guess, eh? I didn't actually really see that. So because they didn't really show me, but we got Braden McNabb. So the top 6 defensemen that we got third in the third round. And then we also do have Mark Pysyk as well. So nothing crazy for prospect-wise here in Buffalo, like we were saying. Like, we don't have anything that's, like, going to take us to that next level. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have a whole lot. So let's keep her going. So, man, we are actually doing quite well right now. Like, surprisingly enough, we are doing quite well. We're 4th place in the East. We're putting up some decent wins here, man. Like, this is exactly what we were kind of wanting. Derek Roy playing good. You talk about the first line being kind of our more defensive top line with Tim Connolly, Thomas Vanek, who's been kind of getting himself going a little bit. You know, he's starting to get some goals for us, which is exactly what we want to see from that. Tyler Ennis is actually not doing that bad up on the top line either over the last few games. Since Palmerville's been out of the lineup for the Buffalo Sabres. So, not looking bad, man. Especially with how Ennis is doing with Gerby and then Gostad on that third line. Like, that's the biggest thing, getting depth goal scoring for us. I think, if anything, an offensive defenseman would probably help us out a ton, to be honest with you. Because we got a lot of good two-way guys. We got a lot of guys that play really well defensively. I think an offensive defenseman would help us with more offensive production, I feel, like, with the team right now. Because we're not doing that bad offensively, but I think if we want to take it to another step, an offensive defenseman would probably help the team out right now. Let's keep on going with the simulation, though. Gostad back in the lineup. We do have caps, so we could totally make a trade to the point where, you know, for example, like one of these negative value type of guys that do have a decent overall, we could be like, you know, I could compromise and say, like, Brian Campbell. You know, 6 years is a little steep at a 31-year-old type of player for sure. But if we could see anybody like, there's not many defensemen that I could say that would be actually kind of worth picking up is kind of the issue. Unless we do like Chris Phillips. I don't think there's any like, we do got Jay Bouwmeester, 27 years of age. That's actually not a bad idea. Offensive defenseman, could get us some points. He's not incredible offensively, but he could definitely pull us in some good production. That might not be a bad idea. And then we could get a pick from it, you know what I mean? So let's keep on going with the simulation. We continue on dominating here with the Buffalo Sabres as we lose 2 games there, but we still continue to be 5-3-2 in the last 10 as we do take another loss. Sekera out of the lineup now. We're doing quite well production-wise. Like, I give it to the team. We're playing quite well. Stafford has just been a total beast this year, man. Holy shit. Was not expected Stafford to step up to the point where he's stepping up right now. You know what I mean? Like, it's quite nice to have him playing the way that he is. And also, this draft year is the Hubert Nuge draft as well. So, pretty deep draft this year. So, I think the biggest thing for us is, with the Buffalo Sabres, we don't have a lot of big future players, and I want to draft. I want to have some good future players for the future here for the Buffalo Sabres as well. I don't want to leave us without anything to kind of go along in the future. I think with this team, we have to make very smart and diligent moves to the point where, you know, we're not going to sacrifice what we have in our future, but we're going to try to win with this team, but also try to make moves that will help us for the future. Is kind of my idea with the Buffalo Sabres. Because it's not like we're with the Buffalo Sabres of the now where it's like, okay, we want to make it to the playoffs now. Like, this is the time to go for it now, right? I think with this team, there's probably maybe a good bet that maybe we do go all in this year. But this draft is a good draft. Like, I mean, where would we be picking? Like, I think, if anything, right now where we're sitting is around here. So you got a JT Miller. That's a pretty good selection that you could go after. Nemstakinov. You got Connor Murphy. Freddie Gaudreau. It's not a lot of great players, you know what I mean? Richard Ricard. Oh my god, such a tough name for me sometimes. I think if anything, if we were in like the top 15, would be probably pretty good. You got Klefbom, you got Suspended Jab, Brodin, Couturier, Hamilton. You know, you got some pretty good players. Adam Larson. You got some pretty competent players that you could fall back on. But so we're at the deadline. We are a good amount of the way through the year, and we're in 4th place in the Eastern Conference, so we're probably placing off against the Toronto Maple Leafs. So we're in a pretty good spot right now, if you're asking me. If you're really looking at everything, Thomas Vanek leading the team in points with 50 points so far on the season, 22 goals. Then you got Palm and P following right behind him. Stafford, he's been slowing down in production, but still a great season for him. 28 goals on the season, still an incredible season. Tim Connolly, Tyler Ennis. The third line's been still doing great. If anyone I'm not too happy with is Johan Hacked on that second line. He hasn't been a fantastic player. He could probably even upgrade from him. I think that's maybe what we take a look at, because we have been facing injuries. It wouldn't be a bad idea to pick up like a winger. Like, I don't think we need a goal scorer. I think if anything, like a left winger, like a Johan Ek that's a two-way forward, maybe even a power forward to play up alongside of Derek Roy and Stafford. I think wouldn't be a bad idea. And then looking at an offensive defenseman, whether it be a right-handed or left-handed, I really don't care. Probably a right-handed to replace Steve Montador. Rest in peace. So let's just jump into the deadline. I think that's what we'll do, is jump right in. I should have pre-scouted maybe a little bit, but whatever. Let's see what we got. So Backstrom, Kiprusoff, Vakoun. So a lot of goaltenders available. A lot of goaltenders available. You got Chris Phillips. You do got Brian Campbell. It does not look like Jay Bouwmeester is available anymore, which is kind of a bummer. I don't really think I want Brian Campbell. Like, would be an amazing offensive defense, but maybe former Buffalo Sabre. I totally forgot he was a former Buffalo Sabre too. Let's see what they don't even want to trade. Well, let's take a look at a deal here, right? So, I would take Brian Campbell at a cheaper deal, right? I could say that's a little bit of a doable thing. If we can get him for like 2 second-round picks at a decent retainable amount. Thomas Vanek wants to be. No, we're not trading. So 40%, I would say, would be nice. So we say a first-round pick, because we're going to have to do the first-round pick no matter what. Like, that's going to have to be part of this deal. And maybe a second-round pick. I would like to try to keep my second-round pick, but I don't think we're going to be able to. So Brian Campbell, a third and a fifth for a first and a second. No. Nope. There we go. Okay. Not super realistic for the Buffalo or for the Chicago Blackhawks, but I mean, I think at this time they were pretty deep defensively anyways, right? Not crazy. Like, I think they'll probably make a move or something like that later on. But I think with Brian Campbell, they get some picks. They get that contract off their team as well. And I think Brian Campbell on a Buffalo Sabres team would be incredible again. We haven't, he used to be a former Buffalo Sabre, and man, like, doing that move makes our team 100% better coming into this season. So, and you retain a good amount of his contract, you know, it helps us out a little bit. So now for a player to pick up, I was talking about a power forward, and I think Dustin Penner might be your kind of go-to choice. Because otherwise, like, you're kind of heading down the board here. Alexei Kovalev. That's not a bad choice. A fifth-round pick for Alex Kovalev, and that's it. God, that's a good pick. Playmaker with Drew Stafford or something. He's not a left winger, which is kind of the thing that's kind of shitty. But I mean, Alexei Kovalev brings in a lot of experience. Would definitely make a good change for the team. It's either that or we do Dustin Penner. but a 5th-round pick for a fucking player that could play up on the top line. Because, I mean, you take a look at... the reason why I took that deal is because you look at what Dustin Penner... what you would have to trade for Dustin Penner would be way more than what we would have to trade away for Kovalev. Kovalev's going to be way, way cheaper for us, and I think that deal just works out way better for what we're trying to do, which is a playoff run. Alexei Kovalev helps this team right now make this team way better. I think I kind of want to keep the way that line has been. I don't want to change up that line at all. Guerrero will get sent down to the minors. But I think Alexei Kovalev with Drew Stanford, who could actually play on the left wing, which is perfect for us. And then we could do Alexei Kovalev. I think that'll make that second line way better. Justin Williams now. I mean, my God, would be an amazing playoff performer to pick up. But like I said, I don't want to trade away every single pick that we have coming up in the future. We already traded away a lot for 2011. So I think for right now, we'll keep it as it is. We'll keep it as it is. Kovalev and Brian Campbell will be our 2 big pickups. And we're only going to have to pay... I mean, Brian Campbell's contract is going to be atrocious for us no matter what later on in the future. Like, it is not going to be a good-looking contract for us. But for the now, Campbell really helps us out. Now, is it the most realistic trade in the world for the Chicago Blackhawks? No. But they did get some good defensemen to probably help their team out that they were probably able to, like... We could even take... Actually, the thing that I like about this game is I could really just kind of look back at what they've done. So, no, that's Buffalo, Chicago. I meant Chicago. Chicago had quite a big, actually, deadline. They picked up Christian Huselius. They were also able to pick up Prospel, and they were able to get Henrik Thielander right after the deal that they did for Brian Campbell. So they made a few moves that they were able to make because of the fact that we gave them extra picks. So at the end of the day, I think that was a really good move because they made some really good moves afterwards. So, let's keep on going with the simulation and see how well the new guys will do in Brian Campbell and Alexei Kovalev. I'm actually really interested to see how they'll do, as we had a big goal-scoring game and then kind of a quieter one. So, Brian Campbell bringing it already a goal on the team. Oh my God. Why? Why do you do this? Why do you do this? Kovalev, I want to keep up on that second line. Kovalev already a point in his first game as well. I think Kovalev will be a great playoff performer. Former Stanley Cup champion with the Rangers as well. As we're not winning an incredible amount of games with Brian Campbell being put into the lineup. But still, like 2 points in 5 games, not bad. Kovalev, 3 points in 5 games. So our deadline pickups looking quite good here for the Buffalo Sabres. As actually the draft should be starting up. I should actually... We'll probably pop between both screens, but... Pop up this. Alexei Kovalev. Out with an injury. It's actually kind of funny. He's leading our team in points right now since he has 70 points on the season. That's crazy. Oh, some injuries starting to come in now. That's not very good. That is not good at all, man. Gerby up to the top line. We'll do Derek Roy there. Ennis up there. That there. There we go. We'll do that for now. That might be for majority of the season, but right now we hold a pretty good spot. We are in the playoffs, so that's the biggest thing is that we made it to the playoffs. So that's the biggest thing that I do want to keep an eye on is that we are a playoff team. Gustad, Heck there, Gerby there. So we're just waiting for Vanek to come back in and line up, which we could just keep Niedermayer up on the top line because we just got one more game left to end off the year. So there we go. Alrighty, so your Buffalo Sabres, we are tied with the Atlanta Thrashers. So, or not tied, I guess. We are with them in that spot. We didn't have a crazy end of the season like, you know, the Thrashers had or the Maple Leafs had. But we still had a pretty good season. We placed 6th in the Eastern Conference, a pretty big lead compared to everyone else. Ottawa Senators somehow got in, even though they are looking abysmal. Well, we made it into the playoffs, and that's the biggest thing that matters right now is we are a playoff team, 42, 30, and 10 with 94 points on the season. Goal differential and minus or plus 22. There's not a lot of goals, but we played very, very well defensively. But I think with the pickup of Brian Campbell and Alexei Kovalev, Kovalev was injured, but still 7 points in 11 of those games. Pretty productive, played pretty well defensively. So very, very happy by that pickup. And also Brian Campbell, who also did very good for the Buffalo Sabres in 14 points in just 17 games as well for Mr. Brian Campbell. So another good little pickup here for the Buffalo Sabres that have, I think, helped the team perpetually. And like a lot, you had a 70-point guy in Kovalev to a team who has been very good deep goal scoring wise. You take a look at, the depth, Palmerville, Vanek had a decent season. Tim Connolly did really well. Derek Roy had a pretty good season, especially not great defensively, but Drew Stafford, Tyler Ennis on the third line with 55 points. Like, that's incredible. A third line guy that produced 55 points on the season. Like, we had a really good deep team, and I think that's the way that you kind of win stuff here with the Buffalo Sabres is by being a deep team. Campbell gives us that little bit of offensive touch, and Wright Miller definitely dropped near the end of the year. Kind of after that injury, he kind of didn't do as well as what he was doing, but still not bad. Sometimes the history mode glitches out and the past for the goalies have like no losses. That's the craziest thing to see. Derek Roy there. Oh my god, they messed up iron lines entirely. Who am I missing? Gustad here, Gerby there, and then a very defensive fourth line. Okay, so we are ready for the upcoming playoffs here in 2011, and we are going up against the Washington Capitals. Okay, I thought we were going to go up against the 1-1. Oh, yeah, I guess it's 4-5 that go up against each other. I'm dumb. So we're going up against the Washington Capitals, which, my God. Oh, God. I mean, so this is our team here. Very good. Very commendable. We're going to be going up against a very, very good Washington Capitals team. Actually, we have definitely a better second line than, actually, if you really think about it. Ovi is the biggest scary player, and also not just that, Backstrom. Ovechkin with 119 damn points this season with Backstrom on 118. Like, my God, dude. And they lost 7 to an injury, so he'll be out for the first round, which thank goodness. But holy crow, if they had 7 on this team, probably would be a lot scarier. They did pick up Dustin Penner because they're not having a great season for Matthew Pearl, nor is he big offensively. Mike Noble, pretty good third line with Fear and Thomas Fleischman, and then Marcus Janssen that are playing on the fourth line who have 51 points. So they have sporadic players that are just like kind of mixed around the lineup that have done very good offensively. And then Semyon Varlamov and Holtby, a very, very good defensive core with Phillips. And you got Mike Green, you got John Carlson, Jeff Schultz, not Justin Schultz. So pretty good defensive core alongside of a very strong offensive core is going to be very, very scary here for the Buffalo Sabres. So we are the favorite. I don't necessarily feel like we're the favorites. I think depth-wise, we're very good. And I think defensively, we have to shut down Mr. Ovechkin, which I almost kind of what I want to do, because I know what's going to be going up against the top pair, which I think will be Sekera and Montador. Those two guys are going to be going up against your main guys of Ovechkin and Backstrom. I'm thinking maybe throwing them up to the top pair in this series to go up against that top line might be the go-to, and then doing Brian Campbell, because he's not very strong defensively, but you give him a lot of offensive time, he's going to get you some big goals. So let's see how well we do here against the Buffalo Sabres. We're going to do 2x speed, and I want to do real-time sim, because usually, oh my God, not the way that we wanted to start things off, but we got Derek Roy and Jeff Schultz both getting big goals here for the Buffalo Sabres. We go down 3-1 against the Washington Capitals here in Game 1. Power play to start out the period. Nothing happens of it. Not an ideal start, but we do get 2 big goals here from Drew Stafford and Eric Fear. So good stuff. So it's still 4-2, though. We're still down by 2. We still need to claw ourselves back into this one, which can we do? Can we claw ourselves back here in Game 1? We're down 4-2. We are peppering some good chances off here, but no, not enough. John Carlson and David Steckel add some goals here for the Washington Capitals to give them a big Game 1 victory, 6-2 for your Washington Capitals. As, you know, we're just going to keep things the way that they are. Like, defensively, maybe we just pop those guys back up to the top pair after that. Maybe just do that and see what we can do. I mean, we're not a big goal-scoring team. Like, our goals for is 16th, while our goals against is 6th in the NHL. Like, we are more of a, you know, defensive team compared to an offensive team. Is right off the get-go, Nicholas Backstrom, but we come right back with Rob Niedermeyer and John Carlson. We cannot stop the goal scoring of the Washington Capitals. Dustin Penner on the power play. They are eating us alive here, man. We legit cannot do a single thing. A single thing. We're not haven't been able to do a single thing. Oh, yeah. Actually, one thing I wanted to change up. Hang on. I'm just going to switch over to this screen. I forgot that because I'm doing a live stream for a game, I should actually change it to not just sports, to a game. And then what game I'm playing. Forgot to do that. There we go. Boom, bada bing, boom, bada bing. Oh, yeah, did the draft even start up yet? Let's see, it's update. Nothing yet. Any trades? No, just that Texas trade was the last one. Actually, Cat Friendly will be going away here soon, too. Cap friendly will no longer be a thing. So we're down 4-2 again here against the Washington Capitals. We just cannot play a very good defensive game. I'm almost thinking doing Derek Roy up there and just going with something like that. See if that will help, and maybe Johan Hecht up with those guys, and let's see if something might help us change a little bit or something, get something going. And we do get something going. Tyler Ennis with Johan Hecht, but don't worry, the Washington Capitals come right back with a goal from Nicholas Backstrom. Oh, God, man. We can't do a fucking thing against this team. We can't do a thing. Like, every time we do something, they just come back to just stab us right in our hearts again. Holy crow. Once again, we fall down to the Washington Capitals, 2-0. All right, well, Game 3. We're in Buffalo. Let's hope that something could change here. We're going to keep the lineup the way that we did change it. Maybe we'll throw Campbell with Montador. Maybe that'll help his defensive woes or something. I don't know. Like, really, like what the fuck is going on, man? Leopold. Like, Sekera's been our best defenseman. Even Campbell and Myers haven't looked that bad. Greg Riven and Leopold have not been very good. So that's why our Montador, Leopold hasn't been looking very good alongside of Montador. But, Kovalev doing quite well, you know, like, but our top guys, Vanek, Palm, and P hasn't done a single thing. I don't know, man. I don't know. We didn't, like, we're probably going up against the worst team we could possibly go up against. A team that plays pretty good defensively, but a team that has probably some of the best goal scorers in the league. You know, if we could have gone against a team that's a little bit mediocre goal scoring wise, we probably would have been able to do a little bit more to this team. But, like, we are getting destroyed here by the Washington Capitals. At the end of the day, we are absolutely just getting pummeled. We get some chances, but then, you know, our top guys are not going. Our top guys are not doing a single thing right now, man. Like, can we get something from our top guys? Like, fucking anything would help. A single goal, like, from Thomas Vanek, from, you know, Drew Stafford, who's been our biggest goal scorer throughout the year. Finally, we get something from both Ennis and fucking Stafford. 20 seconds beside each other. We get some goal scoring. We're just down by a singular goal. We need this game. We cannot go down. We cannot cost to go down 3-0. There we go, Drew Stafford with a big power play goal, getting his third goal of the playoffs. He heard me shit talking, and now, oh my God, and a hat trick from Drew Stafford, and Palm P gets a big one here for the Buffalo Sabres, giving us a 6-4 lead. That's exactly what the fuck I was looking for, man. I was looking, and then, oh my God, no way, dude. Ovechkin and Eric Fehr come right back to tie the game up at 6 as we go to overtime. we were doing so well. Stafford was getting some big goals, like absolutely popping off. Got us a Hattie, and then Ovechkin comes back to score his first goal of the playoffs, and Eric Fair. Boys, like we can't cause to go down 3-0 in the series against the Washington Capitals, especially. Like we've been struggling to get goals, and we've finally been able to get some goals in this series, and we just can't keep the puck out of our own net. So I don't know. Bring your absolute A game. Play with all your hearts out. You know, play for fun. Like this is supposed to be fun. We got to make it further than what we were last year. Come on. Come on, baby. We just need one goal. As Ovechkin up at the point, and Backstrom gets a big goal to put up the Washington Capitals 3-0 in the series. As Montador falls to an injury, he'll be out of the lineup now. As we head into Game 4, down by 3 in the series. I don't think we're going to make any line changes. We're just going to keep the way that the team was. Thomas Vanek gets a big goal to start it off here for the Buffalo Sabres as we're trying to keep things alive, trying not to get eliminated at home. We might be going back to Washington for a potential Game 5. Macklin Celebrini goes number 1 of the San Jose Sharks, so the first draft pick has been finally picked. Mike Noble. Oh my god, dude. Fleischman. We take 1 step forward and then 10 steps back. It seems like right now. Like we do something good, and then the Washington Capitals just like, look at them right now. They are absolutely pummeling us here in that second period, man. They were just destroying us. Like, look at the opportunities that they're getting. It's like, look at the opportunities that they're getting. Like, so you take a look at, you know, shots. There we go. I guess even goals. Yeah, we'll leave the goals there. So, you take a look at what the Buffalo Sabres have been able to do. With the like, look at Ovi. Right in his fucking zone is able to pepper us with shots right in the fucking biscuit. Like, where he loves it, too. They are absolutely peppering us with shots. We've gotten a pretty good amount of opportunities up close. But you look at a lot of the red, man. A lot of the red. They are picking us apart right now, as we do get a goal from Drew Stafford with 21 seconds remaining. That was huge in the second period. You didn't even see that. Matty Hendricks gives them the game-winning goal from what it looks like, and the Washington Capitals sweep the Buffalo Sabres. The Buffalo Sabres were able to sweep in the series, in the season. We weren't able to do a thing against them in the playoffs. Like Brian Campbell, Stafford, Beast, the guys that weren't very good. Derek Roy only got us 1 singular point. Tim Connolly, same with him. Thomas Vanek, only 2 goals. Like Kovalev, 2 points. Like, just not ideal as the Washington Capitals. Like, you take a look at their numbers, man. They absolutely picked us apart offensively. Every guy but for Boyd Gordon got them a point. So, yeah, that was dreadful. That was very dreadful for year number 1. As now we're going to be heading in the off season, but before that, I am going to quickly go upstairs, and I got to make a Be Right Back screen. That's what I do got to make, honestly. So Macklin Celebrini goes first round. I was going to go take a little bong hoot, and then I'm going to go take a leak as well while I'm doing that. And so I'll be back in like 5-ish minutes. And then we'll continue on. Probably for like another hour or so. We'll play for another season or 2 is what I'm thinking. But Macklin Celebrini goes first overall. I don't think we're going to hear the announcement of the second overall pick anytime soon. But that's great. Player for San Jose for the future. That'll be awesome. Okay. Okay. Onkily donkily. Okie dokie. Oh, yeah, I was going to go right back on that. All right. I'll be right back, boys. Alright, you guys, I'm back. I am back, mateys. Okay. Yeah, so we are back. All right. Yo, hey, now how's it going, my man? How's it going, broski? Hope you're having a good day, pal. What happened? Still nothing for that second overall pick, so we still don't know. Okay. So that was a pretty abysmal playoffs for the Buffalo Sabres. You know what? It is what it is. I actually feel not bad about it, you know. I'm very, very sad. It's horrible that we lost. Very, very sad. But at the end of the day, like, we weren't even supposed to make it to the Stanley Cup Finals. People were doubting us all season long, and we made it to the Stanley Cup Finals. I think it's pretty impressive what we were able to do. Very, very impressive. Okay, so let's see who wins the Stanley Cup here in 2011. I think in real life it was the Boston Bruins, right, and the Vancouver Canucks who made it to the Stanley Cup Finals. So we do have Pittsburgh and Boston and Chicago and Vancouver. So this is very, very realistic, actually. I'm actually excited to see. Will it be Boston and Vancouver? Will it be a rematch? It's Chicago and Boston. Fuck, that was so close to seeing an actual rematch. Boston and Chicago. Let's see who will take it. Series tied up at 1. Chicago takes a 2-1 series lead over the Boston Bruins. If Chicago wins this, they're back-to-back champions. Chicago. Ooh, series tied up at 3. Game 7. Who will win? Game 7. Patrick Kane with 39 points. What the fuck? And your Boston Bruins come back from 3-1 to be able to win the Stanley Cup. Holy crow. So they do what they actually do in real life, which is win the Stanley Cup. Boston Bruins, your 2011 Stanley Cup champions. I'm very proud for how far they came. I'm very happy with their position, and honestly, congrats to the Florida Panthers. They deserved it. They fought hard and played good. It was a very tough team to beat. So now we'll get to see who wins the MVP. So we get Backstrom, Ovi. I think Ovi takes it easily. If it doesn't go to Ovi, I'm going to riot. But Ovi definitely wins the Hart Memorial. Yeah. Well deserved. Definitely deserves to win that one. Like, he was a beast. We'll do Rookie of the Year as well. Why not? We'll do Rookie of the Year. We'll see the finalists for Rookie of the Year. David Booth. Okay, that's crazy. Sergei Kostitsyn. Okay, what the hell? I know Boston has trophies in all sports. Oh, they do, man. This is crazy. Sergei Kostitsyn. That's crazy. That is nuts. Sergei Kostitsyn's gonna win the fucking. That is nuts. That's nuts, man. Sergei Kostitsyn wasn't even that crazy good in real life. I don't remember. I like the players because they actually didn't play that bad. But was Sergei the good one or was it Andre? I thought Sergei was the ass one, wasn't he? Sergei's not even a rookie at this point. The game's probably not picking that up though. So that's the thing about first year, I guess, Rookie of the Year, because they don't. Some of the stats hasn't been put in for some of those guys. Excuse me. So Ovi wins basically everything. Savard wins the Conn Smythe. Best playmaker goes to Nicholas Backstrom. Selke goes to Taves. Ray Rourke trophy, which is best offensive defenseman, goes to Yandel. Cromwell with James Norris. Fleury wins the Vezina. All right, so we're going to be off to retirement now. So Rob Niedermeyer retires from us. You got Mike Madonna, who actually hit 1,500 games instead of, Mike Babcock cucking him that amount of games. Doug Way, Al Foote. Not a lot of players, but some guys became scouts. Now we're going to get off to the draft lottery. It won't really matter for us because we are not in the draft lottery, but we will do all the reveal picks. So Edmonton at 10th overall this time, so we're not going to end up getting Nuge in Edmonton. It will be the New Jersey Devils who won the first overall pick this upcoming season. Now, we basically don't have any prospects, so the biggest thing is find whatever we can find for prospects. Oh my god! In the game, this game here, like, those two guys are like bread and butter. When you go back in time and you get Ovi and Backstrom in 2010, they are like machines, machines. I've done a few franchise modes in this game with the 2010-11 season. Backstrom and those two are like, they're animals. So it'll be Huberdeau, Nuge, Landeskog, Niedermayer, and Ryan Strome is your potential top 5, with the New Jersey Devils, New York Islanders, Philly, and the Rangers, and Tampa Bay all being your top picks. We don't have a pick until the 78th overall selection, so not for quite a bit. Still some decent players. You got Gostisbehere, you got Androv, which I kind of like. I do very much like Gostisbehere. I think Gostisbehere actually wouldn't be that bad of a pickup. But your first overall is Gabriel Landeskog, who is going to the New Jersey Devils. That is a crazy turn of events. Landeskog instead of Nuge going first. It will be Gabriel Landeskog in this universe going first overall. So we're going to sim to our pick. We'll see who else goes. Huberdeau goes second overall, then Nuge. Then Al Larson and the Rangers, Ryan Strome, Niederreiter. The other big guy is JT Miller, who we were looking at. He ended up being 11th instead of around that 20th overall selection. But you still had, Dougie Hamilton, Couturier, Suspinajad, Scheifele. Some crazy good players up at that top area. But we did not have a first-round pick, so we weren't able to get any of those guys. We almost should have kept it. But to be honest with you, we got some pretty good selections ourselves here. Colton Parayko we got available, who's looking not bad. We also got Vincent Trocheck, who's also not looking that bad. Parayko does have better defensive stats. Probably would be almost a player that would be better for the now with the 63 and 71. His defensive awareness is pretty high up there compared to like a Trocheck. Trocheck is he got some good numbers all around, but I think almost Colton Parayko is better. Even Gostisbehere, I think he's good. He has that green, which would be not bad. But I think even you got Freddie Anderson there too. You got Johnny Gaudreau here. Oh my god. Shit. Okay. Might make a move here, actually. I think we shoot. I don't really want to make a pick and then have to. Well, we'll make a pick and then we could. I think Johnny Gaudreau. Like, fuck. If we pass up on Johnny Gaudreau here, like, God. I think we go with the defenseman and Colton Parayko. Because the thing is, these guys are really good, but they're not going to be elite level players. So that's going to be the same thing for Johnny Gaudreau. He's not going to be elite level player. Oh my god, already picture popping off here. Who do they pick? Jordan Binnington. Okay, Colorado. They still want our main guys, but Tampa Bay, I think even Detroit actually wanted less. Shit. Scroll the way down. Toronto. Yeah, Mike Weber, sure. I'll do that. Mike Weber for that. We'll get another pick upcoming here. So hopefully Johnny Gaudreau did not get selected. He did not. So with this pick, we will select the big man, Johnny Gaudreau. So we got, he's a medium top 6. So he's not like your elite level player. So Parayko and Gaudreau. I'm very happy with those two selections, though. Those are very, very good potential-wise players. So we still have a pick here. We got still Vincent Trocheck available. You also got Coleman and Freddie Anderson. If you're looking for a goalie for the future, Anderson might be your guy. And then you also got Trocheck. Trocheck would be a good centerman for the future. I think I'm almost going for a goalie. Freddie Anderson would probably be a good future guy to go with. Like... And not a green. You can't ignore a green. You got Andrew. Andrew Shaw would be not a bad selection either. I think Andrew Shaw, yeah. Nice power forward, center right winger. This has actually ended up being a very good draft here for the Buffalo Sabres. Even though we didn't have a whole lot of picks, that was the biggest thing kind of coming into this draft was like, okay, we don't have a whole lot of picks, but we need to make the picks that we make matter and will help the team for the future. You know what I mean? Like, we got to get some picks, even if, because a lot of the time, those type of medium top 6 guys, they usually drop down to like a top 9 sometimes, but they could still develop into something that's half decent. And we need to get some prospects going. We exactly did that with this draft here in 2011. You got Parayko, you got Johnny Gaudreau, you got Anderson, you got Andrew Shaw, you got 4 big players that will help you out for the future and kind of start, bolstering up that prospect system a little bit more. You know what I mean? So, big free agency. We have a lot of free agents. Lots of free agents. So guys, I do want to get Andre Sekera. I think a 3-year deal will be perfect, especially since, our kind of a window now is, 2-3 years at least. So getting these guys back at, those type of contracts, and then when we probably will start rebuilding here, to start kind of throwing these guys off. I don't know about Johan Hack this year. I don't know. He wasn't very good defensively. He's probably going to drop down this year. Like, who do we got right now that doesn't have a contract? So, Leopold's out, Montdore's out. So, we only got the Nostran Sekera. So, we got these 2 guys right now. Offensively, like, I would, in general, like to start maybe bolstering up that top 6 a little bit more. So I think someone like a Johan Hecht is someone that we could get rid of. A Leopold, like, do we really need a Leopold now that we don't have, now that we have Brian Campbell up there? I don't know. I don't think so. Gerby, I want to get back on the team easily. That's a guy that I think we're for sure signing. Zenroth was a half-decent backup this year. Put up some decent stats. He's a low starter potential, so it could still jump up a little bit more, too. Especially for being a backup goalie, it's pretty good. We have Ryan Miller, too, so I'm not really that worried. Max McCormick, we did play him for a good amount of the season. Played pretty well defensively. Wants a mil. Sure, we could do that for a year. Good depth guy for the team. Patrick Lalime, good depth goalie. He'll probably drop down this upcoming season. Mancora will sign. Kalita will sign. McNabb will get on the team, and him will sign back onto the team. All of our prospects, we won't work at it. Yeah, I seen that. Macklin Celebrini. I mean, no surprise there. He was for sure going to go top pick. Did Chicago make their pick? Oh, they went with Artem. Nice. What the shit? Beckett Sinenik. When was he projected to go? What? When was he? I don't think he was even supposed to be a top 5 pick. I don't know very much about the draft this year. Yeah, he wasn't even like projected to be in the top 10 by elite prospects. But he was just in the top 10. Good little playmaking winger. Interesting. I don't know very much about the prospects this year, to be honest with you. I haven't really watched very much hockey this past year. I'm finally starting to get back into it now. So we still have $17 million with this lineup. I do want to kind of get back Timmy Connolly back on the team and Gosted. I think those guys are big players to kind of bring back. And looking at free agency-wise, there's goaltenders available. But anything else is bare none. So we might as well bring back everyone that we could possibly bring back this year. And just kind of maybe make a trade. That's the thing. I don't want to make too many trades with this team. That's my biggest concern, is I don't want to make too many trades and then ended up being like, oh, hey, you are now stuck with, no prospects. I mean, we did do very good in retrospective of drafting. And I mean, this draft's not crazy good, even if we tanked, like, what, Yakupov? I don't know, that's crazy. Yakupov. I mean, Hurdle would be bad. And Truba. Otherwise, like, maybe Vasilevsky. Nothing crazy, though. Nothing's like, oh, that's a good pickup for us. I think anything, we need definitely some defensemen. I want to get Steve Montador back on the team. I think a 2-year deal is good. We'll get him back on the team. Leopold... He wasn't very good in the playoffs, but was a good regular season guy. I think anything, just a 1-year deal. We'll get everyone back on the team. We still have like 9 million left. Like, we have tons of money to kind of fill in the depth. So I think we'll leave that as it is for the Buffalo Sabres. We'll get into free agency. Like I said, I don't think there's going to really be anything available, which will kind of suck ass. But yeah, old goalies, Kovalev, a bunch of oldies. P. Parento wouldn't be bad. Anybody available by trade? We'll have to take a look around the league, I think, is that's usually the way that you have to kind of do it with this game, unfortunately, is kind of like click on every team and see if they are. I don't think any team's really going to be looking to trade anybody, because everyone has cap right now, right? That's kind of the issue, is everyone has cap. Yeah, that's the thing right now. It's either our team's good or it's bad, and right now it's like, you know, like we don't have a whole lot kind of given to us right now. I think maybe we just sign whatever we can at free agency here and try to build something together. We have a lot of playmakers, right? I think if anything, like a left winger, two-way forward, something in that sort, somebody offensively that could help the team out for the upcoming season wouldn't be a bad idea. Like, if anything, like a P.A. Parento, bringing him into the Buffalo Sabres wouldn't be a bad idea. Like I said, we don't need a playmaker, but who do we really go after? You know what I mean? All right, because now depth-wise, so Vanek, Roy, Palm, and P, we go Parento, Connolly, Stafford, Ennis, Gostad, Gerby again this year. And then depth-wise, you probably do McCormick, Mancora, and I mean, Patrick Kalita you could probably do as an enforcer if you wanted to go with something like that. And you mean in a right-handed defenseman. I mean, another little offensive defenseman to play with Leopold actually wouldn't be a bad idea. 53 points for Chris Foster was pretty good. So, all right. I think we know who we're going after. P. Parento. We'll do a 3-year deal. We'll give you $3.2 million for 3 years for P. Parento. Like I said, that's kind of our window right now that we're trying to go for to try to win something here, right? And we'll do a 2-year deal for Chris Foster at $2 million for 2 years. Oh, yeah, I know. He's the biggest bust of ever. Like that draft in 2012 was also like abysmal. It was probably one of the worst drafts in NHL history. Like, easily one of the worst. Actually, there should be some prospects here, if I'm correct. Ooh, Marshall Sold? Yes. Torrey Krug? Yes. Tyler Johnson? Yes. Yanni Gord? Yes. If we could get at least maybe one of those guys, holy shit, that'd be nice. Oh my god, we got all 4. Oh, I didn't think we were going to get all of them. What the fuck? Holy shit, did I just... I didn't mean to cheap it that bad. I mean, it's not a guarantee that those guys become good anyways, to be honest with you. It's like a very, like, not a 50-50 chance, but not in a great chance. But anyways, that's a great deal. That's awesome. So we got a lot of good prospects now for the future. Like, we are to help this team tremendously. Victor Salberg, eh? I don't know if he'd really be any of help. But, I mean, we could totally throw a deal at him. Tony, yeah, fuck it. 2nd-round pick for Victor Stolberg. Why not? They won't be able to afford it, so that's a depth player for us for this upcoming season. We have like an old 4th-line power forward line. Why not? You know what I mean? Why not, dude? All right. I think that's it for me. I don't think we need to make any more. Oh, my God. There's so many prospects here, dude. I don't think there was that many. All right. We'll leave it as it is. We'll let them sign the rest of them. We will get on to the next season here. So we were able to get some decent players with that. We got Stolberg. We got Curtis Foster, and we did not get PA and Parenteau. That is why that message popped up. Okay. Oh, that's who. I was too focused on the fact that we got all these great players, and we were not able to get the one guy that I wanted to get, which was PA Parenteau. Okay. Goddamn. All right, that kind of fucking blows ass. We did get Stallberg. Torrey Crew for Ilya Jokinen. Really don't want a center, though. Oh, yeah, this was the year that Atlantis moved off to Winnipeg as well. Okay. So Parayko up to a 73 overall already. That's awesome. So that's the thing I like is draft prospects jump up. So, Shaw, Anderson jumped up a good amount. Derek Roy went up. Ryan Miller dropped down. Campbell dropped down to 1 overall. Montador dropped down. Ugh. Oh, man, that's not good. I mean, we got Sakara, but, man, Montador was going to be a big guy this year, and he dropped down. So, not ideal. Not ideal for a lot of our stuff here for the Buffalo Sabres. Definitely did take a hit compared to what we were last year. What we were last year was a lot better than what we have this year. Now, how much money do we have? $6.6 million. So we could technically take on a contract like what we did with, Jesus Christ, why am I brain farting so bad? Like what we did with Brian Campbell. I don't really see anybody that I'm really liking, though. Like, Danny Briere wouldn't be bad, or Rich Peverley. I don't know. I think we just stay with the team that we have. I don't think there's any way kind of around this right now. I wonder if I have unassigned staff members on. I want to see that, actually. It's always on in the history mode. It's weird. Forgot to turn that off. So yeah, I guess we're just gonna go with that kind of like that type of. So then we'll go with something like that. Oh my god. Nose is overproducing like a motherfucker. I like Timmy up with that top line. I think they did. I think we're just gonna have to be what we are this year. Maybe Stallberg up with Derek Roy and Stafford. We'll do Ennis, Gostad, Gerby again, Mancora, McCormick, and Kalita. We'll just do a very big, tough, burly fucking third line. I would like to get a depth player, though, for depth-wise, since I didn't do that. I didn't pick up enough depth players, to be honest with you. Chris Kelly, sure. Man, I should even play Chris Kelly, and that wouldn't be a bad idea. Okay, so let's get into this upcoming season here. Let's check out the draft again. Should be another. Caden Lindstrom. Oh my fucking god! No way that he jumped up. I know this kid, Caden Lindstrom. I know him from where I used to live in Chetwynd, BC. Actually, he's there in Chetwynd, BC. But I used to know him. I used to ref a lot of his games, like way back. And I'm very happy to see that he got drafted for to the Columbus Blue Jackets at 4th overall. Ivan Demidov went up to Montreal there, so great. That's awesome. Great to see a former Chetwynd boy getting drafted into the NHL. It's incredible. Victor Stallberg already injured. Oh, that's awesome. And Tim Connolly. Oh my god, dude. Wow. Injuries right off the hop. Injuries right off the hop. So I do not want Marshall up in the top team. I want him down in the minors. All these guys can go down into the minors. And then we already have the lineup the way that we want it. Defensively, I want Brian Campbell up on the top pair. We'll keep it as that. I don't think we're gonna have a very good season this year. I think this year is definitely like just does not look as good as what it was last year, and that's the biggest thing right now. We don't look as good as last year. We weren't able to get the players that we wanted to get at least, and it's just not looking very good. All right. Let's start the season off. Let's see how well we do. And we are 2-1-1 to start off the season. 4-1-1-2 with Victor Stahlberg coming back in the lineup. And Ennis, oh my God, he's doing incredible up on that second line. We are keeping him there. Holy crow. That's awesome. It's awesome to see that our big guy in Ennis has been producing so much. 10 points already with Stafford in just the first few games of the season. We'll simulate a little bit more, and then we'll check out the stats and see what we're doing. Because we're winning right now. I think we might as well continue to go. Stahlberg, another injury for Stahlberg again. Oh, my God. 9-1-2. I say we're going to do bad, and the Buffalo Sabres are on the craziest tear to start off the season. This is just absolutely fucking bonkers, the start that we're getting ourselves off to. The first 15 games of the season, and we're second right behind the former Stanley Cup champions in the Boston Bruins. Like, we are on the hardest tear right now. That's nuts. Like, what the fuck? Wow, man. I don't know, man. Ennis did good for us last year, but man, Ennis has just been hardcore, just driven hard this year, and he is playing incredible. Same with Stafford, two incredible players. Like, what a great start to the season for the Buffalo Sabres with those guys. And you got Curtis Foster and Brian Campbell become a big point producers for us. All playing pretty well defensively with Ryan Miller. Oh my God. No wonder why we're doing so good. Ryan Miller is just off the wall and crazy, and you got a good defense core along with you. Can almost do anything with this team. Okay. Continue back to the simulating. 13-2-2 as we continue on just rolling through. Palmanville out with a fractured leg. As Palm and P, he's getting a few injuries to start the season off. I'm not liking that. It's definitely not looking very good. That's for damn sure. With him already falling down to a few injuries already. Jesus, 14-2-2. What the fuck, dude? How do we continue to dominate like this? This is just nuts. 18-3-3 for the Buffalo Sabres. Like, I don't know how they're producing this much, but it's nuts to me that they're even producing this much. Like, Ennis is crazy. Vanek, Stafford, Connolly, Derek Roy, Palmanville's a point per game when he was playing. Like, Ennis, Vanek's taking it to a whole nother level this year. Like, Gerby, not bad. Like, our depth is playing pretty good. Stahlberg's been incredible. Goaltending-wise, Ryan Miller is playing some of his best hockey in his career. Campbell as well offensively. Like, nuts, man. Starting to drop down a little bit, 4-4-2. As we lose our man. And Tyler Myers to a big injury. So now we're starting to get some injuries to us. Both Palmanville and Myers out of the lineup as we're starting to slow down just a little bit, especially with the Tyler Myers injury. That'll definitely slow us down quite a bit. I mean, that's quite a big injury to have happen to the team. And also Leopold now out with a fucking fractured foot. Oh, my God. Everyone's getting injured with that fractured foot. So not a very good look for our defense core. Like, you got Sakara and Campbell and, like, Foster, and that's it right now. Like, we still get a win against Colorado, a win against Pittsburgh as well, and then an OT loss there against the Nashville Predators. So, not bad. Not bad. So, 24-9-7, so top of the division. So, and still great seasons for Menace, Vanek, Campbell looking amazing. Like, what's our goal differential right now? Not bad. I want to actually see what our deep stats are. Hang on. You can see that if we do play-by-play. And then so we're not doing incredible goal scoring wise. We're still 14th in goals for per game. Defensively, we're 4th, which is crazy. Our power play is 1st. So our power play is incredible. Our PK is not bad either. We should be getting Palm&V back here very soon though. So that'll be good. There we go. Palm&Ville back in the lineup, and then we don't have to have, I mean, not like Gerby was doing that incredible up on that top line anyways. So that's good that we finally get Palm&Ville back. Excuse me. I bet the team's excited to finally have Palm&Ville back in the lineup too after being really injured for majority of the season already. But now we still have the fact that our defensive core is just getting torn apart injury-wise. And now we lose Andre Sekera for another few games. God damn, bruh. The fuck? Like, our offensive core or our defensive core is mostly offensive now with Torrey Krug being added to the mixture now, too. Like, I don't know. I guess we just have an all offensive fucking top pair. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we're really starting to tack on the losses now. We do get Sekera back in the lineup, thank goodness. I almost think we might need to make a trade here. Get a defenseman on the team or something here. Brooks Orpik would be beautiful. Ooh. And we wouldn't even have to pay for him. We get paid to take him. You know, and I'll do that, Pittsburgh. I'll do that. We get Brooks Orpik on the team, which I think will help us out defensively right now. I think this will help us out tremendously. We need a guy like Brooks Orpik, especially right now with not having Myers and Leopold for the next month. Still, and with the injuries that we've been getting, I think Brooks Orpik is a mandatory pickup. You know, it does affect us cap-wise, but fuck, man. Like, you get a second-round pick from that. That helps us out for the future. And, you know, so what for picking up a bad, you know, contract. I think it's a need. I think it's an absolute need right now. Okay, so right now we are still doing very good. Eastern Conference-wise, we are 3rd in the Eastern Conference, so we're still having a very, very good spot. I think, if anything, I would like to add more goal scoring, if anything. Is that possible? I don't know. I don't know if it's possible for us to get, like, an all-star guy. Oh, my God, another injury defensively. Jesus, Murphy, how many fucking injuries are we going to have this year defensively? It's all been our defensemen that have been getting injured. All been our defensemen. I don't think we've had, an injury. Like, we have had Palm&Ville be injured for majority of the season. But it's been majority of our defense core that's been down and out with injuries. As we finally get Tyler Myers back in the lineup. As we might have some form of a defense core back together. As we are starting to pick up some victories with Tyler Myers right back in lineup, we start getting some dubs. That is exactly what I want to see. It's exactly what I want to see. Okay, we'll go back to that. We will send down Biega. Okay, so with the spot that we're at right now, we are 3rd in the Eastern Conference still. Check out what's going on at the entry draft here. Still nothing. See, this is what I mean. I really don't want to watch the entry draft. I'll keep an eye on it, but TJ Glenna goes to Utah. That is massive. Okay. Tej going off to Arizona. Or Utah. Okay. Goal scoring, I would really, really like to do something with that, man. Like, Stafford's still incredible. Another 30-goal season for him once again. Vanek looking quite good this year. I do give Vanek some credit. Like, he's having a really good season this year. Tim Connolly's doing really good alongside of him. Like, Palmanville's having a crazy good season. Like, I do think we have some great producers. Our depth is not as crazy as what it was last year. So I think that's kind of a reason why we're not doing as good offensively. But I mean, credit to our defensemen and the team for taking all the injuries that we did. We lost a lot of man games. We did get Brooks Orpik, which I think definitely did help the team. He's not been crazy defensively good on this team, but still very, very good pickup for us. So for free agency day, for the deadline, I mean, what can we do? What can we do? We can pick up Denny Briere. Could do something like that. Yeah, Jerome McGlinna. God, that'd be quite interesting. So nothing really from Calgary. Carolina, they're retooling, but did they have anybody that they want to trade away? They got a lot of like long-term players. Let's take a look at rebuilding teams of Florida. What do they got? Keaton, Elbury, Chris Higgins, Dadonov. Yeah, nothing that I really want. LA's supposed to be a better team, but they're not looking very good right now. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't want to pick up another bad contract and be like, let's do this. And I don't really want to make any big deals because I'd rather keep picks right now and just... Because this team is not going to do good forever. And with the way things are going, there's not a lot of guys that we could really pick up and really massively improve this team to the point where, like, that's going to take us to our next step. Like, if anything, I would like to maybe improve our depth a little bit more. And I think maybe we just make some depth moves, just add some, depth players and shit. I think that's what we'll do. We will get some depth players at some cheap cost. So, like, I could do, honestly, Teemu Solani wouldn't be a bad deal, but 2 years. I don't really want any contracted players. Ryan Jones, I don't mind that. Guy that put up 30 goals last year. Guy that's put up a decent amount of goals every year, so I don't want to pay massively though. I don't even really want to pay a third. Jay McClement, good defensive guy, could take up some minutes for ya. I don't mind that. 6th-round pick, sure. Those late round picks are not going to be anything for us anyway, so I really don't care for that. If we could get an offensive guy for the depth, wouldn't be a bad idea, like a Nigel Dawes. I wouldn't mind. Dirt cheap, 79 overall. I do not want to trade away Vanek. No, thank you. Biega. We would have to trade depth just to get Nigel Dawes, man. No. Yeah, I think we're good with just Jay McClement. I don't think I really want to make any more deals. Everyone's been scooped up, so I think we keep with what we have. There's already been some big moves kind of been moving around in the NHL already. Brad Stewart, Brooks Orpik, another big trade's just been made. Yeah, but that's the trade that has already been made. Pajot goes to the Blues for Karl Kolakovo. Olli Jokinen to Nashville for Brennan Dillon. For Tutin to Washington, Ryan Jones to Nashville, Brodziak to San Jose, Jamie Langbrunner to Montreal, Dwayne Rollison to Vancouver, Dominic Moreau, Peter Forsberg to Phoenix. Not a lot of big deals, but some smaller moves. So Zach Cassian will bump him down in the minors. Jay McClement will help us out depth-wise. I think that'll help us out. I forgot that I turned off low battery mode because it keeps charging off my phone and I want to see chat. There we go. Boom, bada bing. Okay. All right, well, let's continue on to the rest of the season. Let's see how the Buffalo Sabres finish out the year. Palmerville out with another injury. Just can never stay healthy, that guy. Especially this season, it seems like I think he's only played like half of the season. Right? Like, yeah. Well, over half of the season. He's been over a point per game. That's the craziest thing. I think we've had some great career years, though. Like, give credit to the team. Like, we've had some career years from a lot of our players. Like, that's why we have done so goddamn good this year. Like, that's crazy. So I think what we'll do is we'll finish up the playoffs here, and then I'll probably end stream. I think that'll be the plan. I didn't really want to do too much. We're going to continue doing this. Don't worry. I think like every weekend we're going to do this. We're going to chill, play some franchise mode, and have some good old times. I don't know if it'll be every week, but it'll be some weeks. We'll definitely be doing this. So Tim Connolly, 78 points on the season. Crazy career year for Mr. Tim Connolly. Like, that is an insane level type of season from him. And then you got Tyler Ennis as well. Crazy good year for Tyler Ennis. We didn't even have to really change the lines. I really like the Stafford-Derek Roy type of combo. Derek Roy seems to play really well against Stafford with Stafford. They played just really well alongside each other. Victor Stahlberg was a great pickup from the Buffalo or from the Chicago Blackhawks. Gerby, another crazy good season once again at 20 goals. Crazy. Defensively, we had a lot of defensemen play for us this year. A lot, like crazy amount, but give respect where it's due, man. Like, the guys that did jump into the team that helped us, like Krug, like Biega, like Gagrano, like they jumped in and played very well for the Buffalo Sabres and kind of helped us keep us in that good place. You know what I mean? Like, they did really good. Ryan Miller, crazy fucking season for Ryan Miller compared to what he was last year. And I hope he could even have a bigger playoff run for us. So, well, that's being in second. We're going to be going up against the former Stanley Cup champions, it looks like, in the Boston Bruins. So this will be interesting. Okay. Actually, you know what? I think maybe we'll leave this for the next stream that we'll do. I'm going to probably tap out here because my throat is killing me. I want to go grab a cup of tea and relax for the rest of the day. And I think I'm going to go record some videos and stuff. I don't think it'll be anything Oilers content. I don't think we're going to do anything Oilers content. Well, I want to start figuring out what I want to do, but I think I'm going to mostly just stick towards streams and stuff like that and chilling. I'm not going to make a crazy amount of videos on a daily basis. So I don't know exactly what's going to be happening with the channel or anything like that. But I think we'll leave it as that. We're going to be going up against the Boston Bruins in the next stream. I most likely will be doing a stream. Oh, that's the wrong one. I most likely will be doing a stream tomorrow. I might be doing some Elden Ring. So keep an eye open for that. You might be seeing some Elden Ring. So if you want to come and chill for that, it'll be a lot of fun. We'll play some Elden Ring. It'll be a good time. So thank you guys for tuning into the stream. It was a blast playing with some Buffalo Sabres. So I will see